What's up, people? It's your girl Adeola. So the big news this week is the Australian peace negotiator Stephen Davis, who named some sponsors of Boko Haram. Hey whoa! The man went to Nigeria on his own accord to help negotiate with Boko Haram to release the kidnapped girls, the Chibok girls, and he spent 4 months in Nigeria negotiating. Now, the first name that he gave is that of a former governor of Borno State, Modu Gege. And then he mentioned the former chief of army staff, that's Lieutenant General Azubi Ihejirika. Gege. The man also said that there's a senior CBN official who currently works in the bank's currency operations division. That's the person that is actually handling the transactions in terms of transferring money to Boko Haram. Unfortunately, he didn't give a name of this CBN official, but he left a hint that this CBN official is also an uncle to 3 of those that were arrested in connection with Yanyan bombing in Abuja. Some people have been saying, thank God, Joe, finally they are mentioning names. Boko Haram is about to end. Other people are saying, haba, this cannot be true. What evidence can this man give? How can he mention Ihejirika? Hey, the man who fought against Boko Haram. See, me, I'm just, telling you what people are saying. You guys know that I'm very gentle. I don't know anything anyway. The only thing I can do is to take a closer look at the people that the man mentioned. First of all, he mentioned the former governor of Borno, that is Modu 3 times senator, 2 times governor, only one man. In case you don't know him, he's one of the filthy rich people in Nigeria and a very close friend of Mr. President. Very, very close. In fact, he visits Aso Rock anytime, any day. They are like, buddy, you get what I'm saying? Because he dropped out of school. Some people are saying that, how did this man make his money? Who says you need to be educated before you can make money? Although last year he was able to get his degree, some people are carrying rumors that he paid people to write his exams for him. I don't know about that. But how did he get his money? Well, during Obasanjo's time, his father, that is Alhaji Sharif Gambaru, was awarded 3 different contracts to build the Maduguri Monguno Kukawa Baga Road, that is in Borno State. The first time he was awarded 654 million naira, and then he was awarded 540 million naira, and then he was awarded 452 million naira. Till today, the road was never completed, although it's listed as one of the completed projects if you look at that document very well. But of course, the man was paid. And don't forget that the name of his company is Sharif Gambaru and Sons Limited. So the sons also got paid, and that is how our former governor started making his money. Sure, you get it. Also, because of the connection of his father, Mr. Sharif, that is the former governor, was able to get a 3 billion naira contract during Abacha's time to import military equipment for Abacha. You guys know that people like to talk, and people have been talking. They are saying that out of the 3 billion naira that he collected, that he spent maybe about 200 or 300 million, that the rest he pocket time. You get what I'm saying? It's not me. That is what people are saying. By the way, he was 28 years old at that time. 28 when Mr. Sharif became governor of Borno State for 8 years. The only thing he did was to build a primary school, and that primary school was built in the last year of his 8th year. You get what I'm saying? It's a boarding primary school, and the school has been deserted because not many parents would want to put their children, their little kids, in boarding school. And the man got paid about 1 trillion naira federal statutory allocation. That is the money that the federal government sends every month for each governor to develop their state. Sometimes they pay these states around 8 billion naira, 12 billion naira. But let's just assume that the man was getting 8 billion every month. In a year, that is about 96 billion naira. And he was there for 8 years. So that's about 1 trillion naira. Money that he was supposed to use to develop his state too. At that time, he was the one controlling all the state and local government allocations. You see what I'm saying? You see? And don't forget that he had a group of thugs that were working for him. He named them ECOMOG. This is not the ECOMOG that you know. This is not the Economic Community of West Africa. No, these are just his own thugs. Like how Peter Odili funded MEND. Many people believe that this group of thugs is actually the one that later became Boko Haram. It's not me. Just what people are saying. And then in 2010, the man started his own airline. He called it Skybird. He has planes flying around the world allegedly bringing in arms and ammunition, and no one can say anything because money is talking. All these things that I'm telling you, by the way, Mr. President knows. He knows all these things, and he's not the only one. General Buhari knows about these things. Former Governor Tinubu knows about it. Akande knows. Lai Mohammed knows. Yet Mr. President hangs out with this man every so often. The word on the street is that Mr. President needs to be on his good side in order for him to win northern votes in 2015. You get what I'm saying? By the way, pray for me. As I'm investigating all these things and telling you guys, you need to keep praying for me. Now, the former chief of army staff, that is Lieutenant General Azubike Ihejirika. You guys know that I've been saying it for a long time, that Boko Haram must have informants in the Nigerian army. The organs that are facilitating the transfer of so many weapons of the Nigerian army to Boko Haram. Since the general's name was mentioned, by the way, I'm telling you, it's been war between my Igbo and Hausa friends. You guys know me, I'm just watching in silence. But you need to see my Igbo friends defending Mr. Ihejirika. They said that this is a conspiracy. It is a conspiracy, especially because in the last 40 years, this man is the first Igbo man to ascend to the position of chief of army staff. They said that he has nothing, absolutely nothing to gain by supporting Boko Haram. Don't forget, I'm not the one saying this things. It's my friends. And then my Hausa friends are saying Ihejirika is using Boko Haram to take revenge for how Igbo people were killed during the Biafra civil war. I swear, that is what some of them are saying. They said that was why Ihejirika sent Boko Haram to go and kill that prominent ex-general, Mohammed Shua. 2 days before Owerri was captured, the Biafran capital. You know they moved the capital. Umuahia fell to General Mohammed Shua. The man killed many Igbo people during Biafra, and he was killed by Boko Haram in his home in Maiduguri. Now, the two parties keep fighting each other. I've not been able to separate them, but personally, I've been thinking within me. I said, instead of Igbo people defending their own, Hausa people defending their own, Yoruba people defending their own, Kanuri, Fulani, and all ethnic groups defending their own, I said, why do we have courts in Nigeria now? Let them be questioned, and if they are found not guilty, Kajiko, they can just go home and be released. You get what I'm saying? Our main focus right now should be on how to end this Boko Haram menace. Whatever it will take, we need to end it. Because if we don't get rid of the sponsors of Boko Haram will keep progressing. You get what I'm saying? But personally, I don't see what the Australian man would gain by lying. Let's say that he was hired by APC now. Then you can say that he's been partial. But he wasn't hired by the opposition party. There was a time that he negotiated with the Niger Delta militants as well. He was hired by Obasanjo, and he was also hired one time by Yaradua. So if he's going to lie, I don't think that he would mention Mr. President's close friend. You get what I'm saying? Or that he would mention an army officer that is also from the south, just like Mr. President is from the south, although he's from the southeast and the president is from the south. On top of that, you guys know that now he's running for governorship in Abia State under PDP. That is the president's party. I'm really hoping though that the presidency wouldn't dismiss this like so many other cases in Nigeria. Let them be proven guilty or not guilty by the court of law. If the presidency ignores this, then you all know, like we've been saying for a long time, that which means that the snake has hand inside the snake has, you understand. Don't forget that in August of 2012, Mr. President said that Boko Haram members are our siblings, and you cannot send the army to wipe out your family. So we are handling them with a soft approach. I swear, he said it in 2012. Some of you think that the guy is clueless. No, he knows what he's talking about. But while the president is protecting his siblings, do you guys know that Boko Haram has taken over so many cities, so many towns, so many villages in Borno? They've taken over Banki, they've taken over Madagali, they've taken over Gwaza, they've taken over Bama, they've taken over Dikwa, Gambarungala, Mate, as well as Buniyadi. The population of Bama alone is more than 270,000. More than 270,000. I spoke with some people in Bama who lost several family members in one day. I heard that dead bodies littered everywhere. People are not even allowed to go and bury their loved ones. Guess what? More than 3 million Nigerians have now been displaced. More than 3 million as we are talking. And this is not a war. So can somebody please tell Mr. President to bring his siblings to justice in order to stop this senseless killing of the innocent? Anyway, you guys know that I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. My shout out this week goes to a 17-year-old lady. Give it up for my beautiful sister, Martha Bisa. In case you don't know this beautiful lady, she's the first Ghanaian ever to win a gold medal in the Olympics. You get what I'm saying? Yes, sir! Yes, sir. She won the 800-meter final at the ongoing Youth Olympics in Nanjing, China, last Saturday.
And there's a little bit of a gap opening up. Way through on the outside to close, but it's too late. Piss out.
What? Oh my God! Did she just beat Hawi Alemu of Ethiopia, the African champion? Oh no! No. Now my heart is torn. Ethiopia, Ghana. I can't really choose. You are both very dear to me. You both make me proud. I do well. So Hawa of Ethiopia came second. And Germany took the third position. But kudos to this Ghanaian lady. The first time, and just like that. Not only did Bisa win the race, she also broke the junior national 800-meter record in the process. I heard that the girl is from a humble background and herself is very humble from what I've heard. I said, you go girl, that's the spirit. If you want to go far in life, you need to stay humble. You get what I'm saying? And then I heard that she's been awarded a scholarship to study in the US. I was like, yes, oh, go Mata. But Mata, God bless you. I beg, don't be like, the Black Stars players. Just to remain humble. Yes, because they were really good, really good. They are still good, but when they became famous, when they became popular, something. Yeah, so please continue to eat your humble pie, and the sky is the limit. I do well. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So did you guys hear the latest news from Swaziland? Hey, the king of Swaziland has married another virgin. Yes, so he married 19-year-old former beauty pageant contestant Cindy. Well, I'm sure you are aware that the man is 46 and he already has 14 wives. 14. Actually, one of them ran away. So Cindy is now wife number 14 instead of 15 because of the one that ran away. So yes, 14 wives and 28 children. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I'm trying to think of how that household would be like. 28. The children alone, they are more than some choirs. You get what I'm saying? I think that he's trying to be like his father, King Sobhuza II, who had 70 wives and 201 children, as well as 1,000 grandchildren. Lord have mercy. I think that it's ridiculous that the king has daughters who are actually older than the new wife. I can just hear the daughters saying that, oh, you mean the young girl? That girl, no, she's not my younger sister. She's my father's wife. I call that abnormality. Oh, by the way, I heard that the girl is not a virgin after all. Don't ask me how I know. Because I don't gossip. I'm not even going to talk about that. Okay, I will. I heard that Cindy is actually known as Naughty Cindy. Apparently because she gets around, what goes around comes around. You get it, yes. It's true that she's only 19, but the girl has already, you get what I'm saying. In fact, she has dated at different times, so not at the same time, but she has dated 2 of the king's sons. Yes, that is Prince Majaha and Prince Banzile. Both of them in their early 20s. Don't tell me that the king doesn't know about this yet. I don't understand. How can you and your sons be eating from the same but now? Never mind. You guys know that I'm very innocent. But my main beef with the king is that he's not taking care of the masses while he's lavishing state money on his family. For example, his first daughter, 27-year-old Princess Dlamini, in 2004. I remember that this same princess left a bill of $100,000. $100,000 when she came to shop in the US and in Europe. It's not as if she didn't bring money with her to shop then. It was after she finished the money that she brought that she left a bill of $100,000. You can check her out on YouTube because she sings and she raps. She's known as the royal rapper. She's very talented, by the way.
No school. Picture this. He rocking K-Swiss. He wants his oral kiss. Beg me, say please give me what I miss.
She's been saying that she will change things around when she gets in power as the queen.
This country's gonna turn around someday, please. Very soon, in my time. Hopefully.
I'm very impressed that she wants to change things around, but why wait to be queen before you start caring for your people? Some people will say that if Sunday will be great, by Saturday you will start feeling it. My sister, I'm just trying to say that you don't have to wait to become queen before you do something. For example, instead of spending so much money on yourself, you can start a foundation and start helping people in your country. The king's annual household budget for this year alone was $61 million. 61, and 12.6 million of that would be used for construction works on the palaces that he built. Meanwhile, Swaziland has the world's highest rate of HIV infection. I mean, there are more than 200,000 orphans and vulnerable children, many of them with no adult caregiver. In 2013 to 2014, the government of Swaziland budgeted 28 million for the health care of the whole country, while he budgeted 61 million for his personal household. 28 million divided by 1.2, that's about $23 per person for a whole year. Just imagine how ridiculous that is. Life expectancy in Swaziland is 48 years. 29% of Swazi children under the age of 5 years are stunted. That means that they are not developing as they should. 66% of Swazis are not able to meet their basic food needs, and 43% live in chronic poverty. So instead of chasing after teenage girls, let this king take care of business. Let him take care of his people. It's such a shame. Does he even have any advisors? If you want to be marrying women, just step down as the king and be marrying women. Nobody will complain. It's either that or you focus on the country and fix things. Haba, how many times do I have to tell you? Have you not been watching my show? I thought everybody watches. Keeping it real. Don't get me upset too. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Before I leave today, I'd like to read some of your emails. And the first one is from Tinotenda Muamuka. I'm sorry if I didn't say your name correctly. And this person says, "Hi Adeola, I love watching your show, but nah, my sister, you've been quiet with Zimbabwe news, so a lot is going on, oh, Che. There is God, oh, there is God, oh." Thank you so much. I am so sorry. It's not deliberate that I've not talked about Zimbabwe, and I will talk about Zimbabwe next week. But send me stories. If you've heard of anything, please send me stories, and I'll be so glad to talk about it. Thank you so much. Our next email is from Colinzo from China, and this person says, "Hi Adeola, I already have the feeling that you only read emails from Nigerians." Oh, that is not true. I read emails from anybody and everybody. In fact, I'm always excited when people tell me where they are from and it's not Nigeria, because I'm like, oh my god, other people are watching apart from Nigerians. He says, "I'm from Cameroon." Okay, go Cameroon. Africa has a lot of churches and people go to church almost every day. People pray all the time. Africa is also the richest continent in terms of natural resources. Now, why is it that most negative things are still linked to Africa? Africa is the victim of HIV/AIDS. Africa is equally a victim of Ebola. Poverty and corruption is alarming in Africa. Civil wars and terrorism are killing people in Africa. At times, I look to the east, the west, the north, and I shout out, "God of justice, where are you?" My brother, you are absolutely right. Personally, I think we are still where we are because of the mentality of the people. I think if the people decide that enough is enough, if only the people know the power that they have, and if they exercise that power, I think that there will be a change. The only reason our officials are getting away with corruption is because we let them. But hey, what do I know? The next email is from Olariwaju Leke, and this person says, "Hi Adeola, I love your show, but your report on Gaza conflict is so biased. You reported the issue like Al Jazeera. It's unfair. But then I don't know anything. I'm just keeping it real." Actually, you know a lot, and thank you so much for sending this email. You're not the only one that sent the email, by the way. I got email from a lot of people saying that I was biased in my report on Gaza. I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to side with any country. It's just that I was focusing more on the fact that a lot of civilians, mostly children, had been killed in Palestine. I'm glad that now there's a ceasefire. Unfortunately, more than 2,000 people died in Palestine before that ceasefire, and so many of them were children. Hamas also has its own blame. They've used women, they've used children as shield. I just want to make sure that we don't forget the fact that so many children had been killed while the war was going on. Alright, that's all the time that I have for emails today. Please keep sending your emails to adeola.keepingitreal@gmail.com. Alright, y'all, it's been real, and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out.
Welcome to Forstview Luxury Hotel. At Forstview Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit Forstview Luxury Hotel. We are located at number 1 Adeola Mishile off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 08075787135 or 08099900601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.forceviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. Forstview Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.